going on, YouTube gamers? Bonfire here, and just a few days ago this past weekend, we got our first official Black Ops 3 trailer revealed. And this trailer has blown up the internet. People are talking about how much they love the trailer. Some people are talking about how much they are not looking forward to the game, how much it looks stupid, and yada yada yada. Just really talking bad about the trailer and Call of Duty. And the interesting thing I noticed is that some people who all they do is play Call of Duty, their YouTube channels are dedicated to Call of Duty, and I've noticed that they have seen the trailer and are disinterested, not excited, and not really looking forward to the next installment, a la Black Ops 3. And now that several days have passed, and I've been able to digest the trailer, as well as the plethora of information that have come from the Call of Duty marketing team, aka the big YouTubers like T Martin and Allier and some of those other guys, I wanted to talk about my reaction to this trailer and information and give you guys kind of just some of my thoughts. So after watching the trailer, one of the first things I noticed and took away from it were the graphics. And I've heard some people say that the graphics look awesome. Some are saying that the graphics are the best yet for the Call of Duty series. And I've got to disagree. I was not impressed by the graphics. Though the soldier models look quite detailed, and they're not bad graphics, they weren't that great, and I wasn't blown away by them. I don't even think they were better than Advanced Warfare's character models, where the faces looked really realistic, and Advanced Warfare did a good job on that. In seeing some of the action scenes that they showed, personally, it just looked like a slightly better version of Black Ops 2. And to me, that's not impressive. The next thing I took away from the trailer was watching some of the gameplay with the player movements, you know, sliding, running on walls. There's robots, and there's robotic arms where some players are shooting stuff from their arms, and another scene where the arm actually transforms into a machine gun, and just all of this really fast-paced, over-the-top robotic action going on. And I couldn't help but think to myself, just really? And I just shaking my head and almost chuckling and laughing in disappointment, because it seems like each year Call of Duty has to be more and more over the top, in your face action, and we keep going farther and farther into the future. And for me, that's not what I want. I personally, I want to go back to World War II and kind of slow things down a little bit and go back to the roots of Call of Duty, and that would really gauge my interest. But that's not the natural progression of where Call of Duty is going and heading, and it just didn't feel like a Call of Duty game. Just didn't feel like Call of Duty to me. The last thing I took away from watching the trailer was at the very end where they say, pre-order now for your exclusive access to the beta. And again, I just thought to myself, really? You need to give us a beta now to entice us to pre-order and purchase this game? And I've seen some people talk about how that this beta will give us an opportunity to try the game before we buy it and see if it's any good. And though I can't argue that it will be nice to try out the game, and I can't deny that I'm looking forward to trying it out, but even if there are issues with this game, whether it be, you know, some server issues or some lag or some imbalance with the guns or anything of that nature, people will disregard it because it's a beta. Also regarding the beta, I've heard some people say that Call of Duty must be really confident in this game to have a beta, which is really nice. And I don't think confidence has anything to do with this beta. The beta comes with the pre-order, and we all know that pre-orders are to gauge interest in a game and to predict expected sales when the game launches. And that's what this is for, guys. It's a sales tactic. It's to help encourage pre-orders and help encourage the sale of the game. Now, that's not to say that they won't take some of the information from the beta and make a few tweaks and adjustments to the game and test their servers, but let's face it, betas these days are just glorified demos. Beta is a buzzword out there right now. A lot of games are having betas, and it's a great sales tactic. It's a great way to get your game out there. It's a great way to drive pre-orders, and that's exactly what this beta is here to do, to drive those sales. Now, along with this trailer, we also got a slew of information from what I like to call the Call of Duty marketing team, which are the big Call of Duty YouTubers like T Martin, Allier. You could even throw maybe Drifter and some of those other guys in there. And there were a few things that they said that really stuck out to me that I wanted to talk about as well. The first was specialists, and these are specialized soldiers that each have a unique ability, and instead of playing a unnamed generalized soldier, you pick a specific soldier that has that special ability or attribute, and it's almost kind of like picking a champion in the popular MOBA games. You have soldiers that can transform their arms into machine guns like we saw in the trailer. Some of them do like a ground pound, literally just right out of Destiny. Another gets a special one-shot pistol, again, right from Destiny. And another soldier, I think he gets really fast speed. And in hearing this information on the specialist soldiers, I couldn't help but think that this is literally right out of Destiny. It's going to feel just like Destiny. And that's not what I want. To me, that's not Call of Duty. And I feel like that when we play this game, it's not going to be a Call of Duty. It sounds more like a different game, or it sounds like a copy of Destiny. I also don't want to discount this, but it's not Call of Duty. And I don't think that this game is going to feel like Call of Duty, at least in the way that a lot of us had wanted, especially me in going back to that World War II era. Another takeaway that was talked about that I actually really liked was customized gun camos. And I think this is awesome. This is a really great thing to add to Call of Duty, to where you can, just like the emblem creator in the previous Black Ops games, you can now use that to create your own camos along with different materials. And this is awesome. I love this idea. Being able to create your own camos, I think this is one of the better ideas that Call of Duty has come up with. And I can't wait to try it out. I think it's going to be really cool, and I think it's going to be fun. Even though we all know that the maturity of the Call of Duty community, it will literally just be filled with penises and boobs. But I still think it's cool, and that is something I'm actually looking forward to. Another small thing that stood out to me was that the campaign will be 4-player co-op, and I assume you're going to take control of one of the specialized soldiers that'll be named throughout the game, one of the main characters. And that's not a bad thing. I think the co-op would be kind of a neat thing to bring into Call of Duty, but for me, I feel like I like playing single-player campaigns. I like playing campaigns solo, and I don't want that to be taken away, so I'm a little hesitant going into that. But it could be a cool idea. If it's something that they do like Halo, where it doesn't matter where you play single player or co-op, then I can get on board with that. The last item that was talked about that really stood out to me was the fact that when you're in a party, you'll now be able to seamlessly transition between all the game modes, whether it's multiplayer, the campaign, or zombies. And even though it's such a little thing, it seems so simple, it's nice to see that addition to Call of Duty, and I think that'll be a cool thing. Overall, in taking this information, I'm not impressed, and it doesn't excite me. I'm not going to get super hyped up and really excited for Call of Duty because it's the same marketing scheme. It's just a little earlier and earlier every year, which I think that's telltale signs of something. But now that I've also had some time to digest all this information and kind of think about it, I've thought to myself, I don't want to be that guy that just sits there and just hates on Call of Duty and is just so anti-Call of Duty, because the thing is that I like Destiny, and I had a lot of fun with Destiny. And if this game incorporates a lot of those elements, like it's seemingly going to, from Destiny with the specialists and the abilities, you know, it could be fun. And I definitely will have some fun with it. And I think the underlying feeling I have for this game is that, look, it might be fun, and it has potential to be fun, but it's not Call of Duty. And it's not the Call of Duty that we wanted. And there's no reason to get hyped up for it. It's 6 months out. I'm certainly not hyped up for it, and I wasn't that impressed. So those are my thoughts and takeaways from the big Black Ops 3 official trailer. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer and some of that multiplayer information down in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this long video, let me know with a thumbs up. And if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I got a lot of great stuff, as always, heading your way. Until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online. Hey guys, don't forget about Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and hit that button down below.